Today's class I'm going to talk about moss. A lot of you I know have already signed up to our sustainable program, and these are the mosses that we use. The mosses, there's two types. There's actually over 380 types of moss, do you realise? But we're just going to talk about two of them today. And again, like, you could probably forage it, but make sure that you do it like ethically. If you live in the UK, they actually have moss farms in the UK where again it is obviously grown ethically. So the first one I want to show you is the flat moss, and it comes in a bag like this, okay? Price range between €7 and €8 plus the VAT. We purchase it in from Hook Flowers, but again I have seen moss for sale on Amazon. Now when you open the bag, I'll come back to the bag in a second, this is what your flat moss looks like. Isn't it absolutely beautiful? And again, you'll see in the sustainable program I use it for coverage, you know, that way, and again it is a nice decoration. Now when it comes in the bag like this, the great thing about it is the bag itself is biodegradable. It's actually made from sugar cane, which again is a sustainable product. If you leave it in the bag, it'll probably stay fresh for around 3 or 4 months, but I don't recommend. I prefer these netty bags, okay? But I suppose for transporting, they probably find it easier to sell it and market it this way. But for yourself, if you would maybe have like a cardboard box and place your moss into the cardboard box, and that way then it'll dry out. And I find if you let it dry out yourself, it'll keep that fabulous green colour. Where if you leave it and it starts to go off in the bag, it kind of goes more of a browny colour, which can still look fine. And like even in some of the containers that I use moss, that I'm reusing over and over again, what I normally do about every 5 or 6 months is I might just revamp them. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit like getting your hair colour done again, brighten it up a little bit. And I often do the same with the mosses, I'll just revamp it. The second moss I'm going to talk about, most people call this sphagnum moss, okay? We would know it here at the school as Quaker moss, don't know where it gets that name. And I know people in the country, they seem to call it bog moss. So maybe you can get it in bogs, genuinely I don't know. I think it looks lovely, you know, that way. It's really nice and it's ideal for flower arranging because you can see there it's a lot easier, you see, to insert the material through it, where the thicker one, you know, the flat moss, is actually quite difficult. So again, if you're using it for flower arranging as a foam-free method, I definitely would recommend this one. Now this is a much larger bag, there's no weight on the bag and I can't really give you an approximate weight of it, but it's around the 20 to 25 euros, and that's the full bag, okay, because I mean, like, there's a good weight in it. I don't know, it's hard to know. Oh, 7.5 kilos. Would it be 10 kilos? I'm trying to judge it on the gym weight, you know, that way. There's a good lot anyway. It is obviously damp, so that's going to make it heavy as well. That's an ideal way to store the moss, in them kind of like netty bags. And again, like, the air can circulate through it. But then the other thing is, moss is a natural sponge. So all you have to do is grab a handful of it, stick your hand down into a bucket of water, take it back out again, and your moss is perfectly soaked, you know the way, and ready to keep your flowers fresh. So both mosses I use like on our Christmas programs for mossing up frames, on our door wreath program for, again, like making up summer door wreaths, spring door wreaths, autumnal door wreaths throughout the year. And as I said, we use them for our sustainable program, where again we teach you lots of different methods and lots of different mechanics and techniques of using the moss for creating containers and for creating fabulous flower arrangements without actually using floral foam. Talk to you all very soon. Hope you got a few little tips there.